All right. Good evening, folks. My name is Mr. Fred. I am the 6th grade strings teacher. This is Mr. Dillard, and he is the 5th grade strings teacher. And I have my 6th graders here in the front, some of which was played last year, and some of which are playing just this year for the first time. And then we have some 5th graders here off to the side. So for our concert tonight, we're going to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs. There'll be 3 songs with 5th and 6th, and then all of my 6th graders will play one other. We have a solo by 2 well-seasoned musicians. And then I have 2 students that stayed with me from last year. Actually, I wasn't here last year, so 2 students that stuck with the program from last year who will play a few songs, 3 songs after that. So it's pretty short and sweet. But we appreciate you coming out. Just a little bit about strings. This program doesn't just stop here in 6th grade. The program goes on through junior high, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. The program also leads into the mariachi group that they have at Sam Houston. And of course, this is the biggest brain builder on this campus. There is no other subject in any of these schools that fires both sides of the brain at the same time. We're the only thing that does that. And so technically, we're actually building the brain stronger than anyone else because we're firing the right, we're firing the left, and connecting them and making new neural pathways. We actually have video now of the brain connecting back and forth and creating new neural pathways between the right and left. So the brain research is on our side. And as I tell these kids, I don't know what your future will be, but it won't be bad with a stronger brain. So they only need 1 fine arts credit in junior high and 1 fine arts credit in high school. So they kind of have to pick this class all the way through. But as I tell them, the goal is to graduate. You know, in Texas, we're only graduating 75%. And so the goal is to graduate high school. And these kinds of classes keep them with a group of kids who are usually more focused on schoolwork. They're usually more focused on, of course, practicing their instrument, becoming better at something, learning this skill. And so if you can get them in, even in band or choir or any of this, I'd love for them to stick with orchestra all the way through. But the goal is to graduate high school. And if it's a class like this that helps them to graduate, then that, like I said, that is the goal. Building a strong brain, building cognitive development, all of that's great, but it's nothing unless you can finish and graduate high school and even move on. So, again, I appreciate you being here. As you walked in, I do have a couple of QR codes there. That's the program for this evening. The only thing that's not on the program is the solo that the 2 girls will play. And basically everything I said and will say is kind of in English and in Spanish. I apologize for the Google Translate. And I apologize that I don't speak Spanish. But as soon as we get started, we're about to get started right now, so I appreciate you being here. And we'll start with a little bit of a warm-up on some open strings first. So here we go, guys. Everybody, let's do some open strings together. Starting on E, we'll just play 4 quarter notes together. Ready? Everybody in position? Ready? 1, 2, E, go. a couple of warm-ups right there, kind of get us to hear the room and hear each other, be listening to each other. Our first song that we're going to all do together right now is called Ode to Joy. It's by Beethoven, old composer. And this is everybody playing the same notes. We're all playing the same melody. There is no harmony. And if you remember back at the holiday concert right before we got out for break on the holidays, we were all plucking our instruments except for the kids who had played last year. So we've made a huge jump. We're now using our bows, and this will be the only song that we're actually doing with no harmony whatsoever. So here's our first song this evening. It's Ode to Joy by Ludwig van Beethoven. Our next song you'll recognize as an old traditional Twinkle Twinkle or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that song. And this one we'll play the melody, and we're all going to play the melody, and then we're all going to play the bass line, and then we're going to switch parts, and the basses and cellos will play the bass while the upper shoulder strings play the melody. And just to let you know, we have not had a full rehearsal. This is the first time 5th grade's actually joined us, so, you know, it's kind of how the schedule works out. All right, guys, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Play the A line together. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. All right, so now then we are going to move on to our song that we're going to do all together. And this one's called New World Symphony, theme by Anton Dvorak. And this one's an actual piece of music. So it's got 4-part harmony. And so we have violins, violas, cello, and we're back here on the basses. and this is what we call the strings family of instruments. So this one has 4-part harmony, and so this is actual orchestral song. All right, here we go. All ready? Get those first notes. Those notes ready. Song goes like this. 1, 2, 3, All right, so this next one will be just the 6th grade group, and this one's called First Scale March. Now, when we picked this sometime before Christmas, I was looking at it and I go, oh, this doesn't look so bad, this will be easy. And then I really started to look at it after we started practicing, and I go, oh my goodness gracious, this has 5-part harmony. So what we have in this song is first violin, second violin, viola, cello, and bass. And for beginners to play 5-part harmony in tune, it's not impossible, but it is tough. And again, these instruments are real instruments. They're not little toys. They're difficult to play, and they just take a lot of time and a lot of effort. So if you ever wonder how difficult it is, just ask one of your kids to teach you a song, and you'll realize quite quickly that it takes a whole set of new muscles and all kinds of things to play this. So, like I said, they have worked really, really hard for me. I couldn't have asked for a better group of 6th grade students. So the last song that we're going to do with this with this whole group here of 6th graders is called First Scale March. Here we go. Give it up for him. That is not an easy song to play. That took us a good bit of time. And my two students that were with me last year, I just gave them the music maybe 5 weeks ago and said, hey, I'm going to need you guys to play along with us on these. And they learned all of those songs just in the last few weeks with those, so to play along with this group too. So, all right, our next one. Hey, will you scoot back? And then we're going to have Blessing and Jane. They're going to play a solo. They've worked up together. It's called Lightly Row. Thank you, Jane. I'm going to remember. Lightly Row, which I have 80 students between 3 schools. I teach at 3 schools. Mr. Dillard teaches at 3 schools. And I asked all of them, they all have to learn a solo for their final project or final whatever in my class. And I asked all of them, does anybody want to play their solo for a concert? And two, and they don't want me to say that they are beginners, but they just started this year. And for them to play the song as well as they play it and it's in tune, it's fantastic. So I was really excited for them to do this. So here we go. This is Lightly Row. Very nice job, ladies. Very nice. So we have 3 more songs, and it's going to be Alexis and Sophia and me. We're going to play them together, but I'm going to switch basses because she's got the better of the 2 basses. Well, musical instruments can be a lot like cars. You know, there's $1,000 cars and a $100,000 car. And that right there is like a $40 car. So here we go. Our first song that we're going to do for you guys right here, this one's called Conquest. And like I said, it's just these 2 here. Here we go. especially for just two people. You know, when you get up here on stage, your nerves start going in all kinds of directions. So for them to do this by themselves and be confident enough to come up here and just do it, it's fantastic. So, all right. Our next song is one that we did at Christmas time, and we're going to do it again. So this one's called Beethovens Not. It's a version of one we did earlier with just the one melody, of course, by Beethoven. This is just a little smidge of his Ninth Symphony. So here we go. Beethoven. Like I promised, it's very short, nice and short. Yes, we started playing this music right when we came back from Christmas, and so it's been like we've been working on this for a while. So it's not like this happened overnight. So I'm just super proud of these guys. We have one more song. This one's called Dragon Slayer, and after that we're gonna sit here for just a couple minutes if you'd like to get pictures. And then once I see everybody's got the pictures that they want, then they're going to put their instruments away and then come out and meet you. So, again, I appreciate you guys greatly for coming out and supporting us. And here we go. This is Dragon Slayer. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to take some pictures, and nobody takes pictures, then we'll be done. So Nope, nope. All right. Again, I appreciate you coming out. And you guys be very careful. Take your instruments, put them back away properly. And then if I could have a... Oh, sorry. No, thank you. Here we go.
All right, I think you guys know this too, but we have an amazing set of teachers here who have done a fantastic job with our students. So if you guys can please join me to thank Mr. Friend and Mr. Dillard for all of their hard work. Thank you. They have really brought another level to our work and to our student performances, and we're very blessed to have them. And so thankful for Arlington to financially support this program for our students for their future. So thank you again. We have some amazing teachers. We greatly appreciate you guys, and I know the students have learned a lot from you, so thank you. If you guys want to come up and take pictures, we'd love to have you come up. I know students, you guys have put a lot of hard work into tonight, so let's give it a round for the whole group one more time. All right, if you guys want to take one more picture. Come on up, moms. You guys can get closer, it's okay. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. A couple more. Excellent. Way to go, students. You should be proud of yourself. Excellent job. Thank you guys so much again for coming out.